Hello, my name is Ahmed Umate. I will discuss my presentation on market research trends. So before we dive in, we'll start with our table of content of on what we'll be discussing throughout this presentation. So first we'll start by discussing the trends inspired skills which are necessary for market researchers nowadays and why they're important. We'll identify and discuss emerging approaches to the market research and how it adapts to our MRP. We'll identify and discuss a few trend inspired challenges in the horizon of the market industry. Next, we'll discuss how can we transform those challenges into opportunities and what are the lessons learned and which will apply to our MRP research. So to start with the trend-inspired skills that are demanded of the market, researchers and why they're important, as we read on the grid. So first is innovation. So nowadays, marketers are also inclined to use agile methods to market research. And those agile methods requires four strategic points on which they have to focus. So innovation. Nowadays, marketers have the ability to blend both the traditional market research techniques such as surveying, interviewing, with new ways of gathering data. New ways of gathering data will be, for example, in an event, marketers can use the data collected through Facebook or Twitter or Instagram during an event and push a message or a survey at that time and collect the data received to solve a marketing problem. The agile technology applied into marketing also increases productivity because there is a streamline in the workflow of how market research is being carried, and as a result we do not need to go out and meet maybe customers face to face. We can streamline the whole process and have them participate in market research data collection through the use of their emails, by SMS, by social media. It makes it just more convenient for everyone and it's better overall. Next, there's also an integration of the old market research with the new market technique as we discussed above. So we can use again surveys, but what are the new techniques we can use? Digital marketing, AI, computer aided systems. We can integrate those to make sure that the result we get is accurate and solve the problem we are trying to solve. Finally, there's social media mining. So we're using real-time data analytics from social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have to know that these social medias have about 3 billion users. So social media mining allows us to have in-depth analytics and know the insight of what customers want instantly. So all these tools are very necessary for a nowadays marketer to be successful. They have to understand what agile means. They have to understand how to implement the agile to be more effective. Next, we'll discuss about the emerging approaches to market research. So again, as we've said, with social media mining, we have instant data analytics. We can analyze the data that we collect instantly and know what the client, their preference is, and tailor our marketing strategy to be more accurate and more effective when the message is sent out. We can use social media, emails, SMS to send surveys, to ask questions to clients, to customers, and have responses because the response is given through either AI or through the clients themselves. The data we have tends to keep its integrity and it's accurate. And why is this new techniques necessary to my MRP? First is its accessibility. So customers can use mobile phones, they can use computers to answer or provide feedback on the questions asked to them. It's time saving because before you will need maybe to go out in the streets and interview people to have data, to have questions answered. Some people might not answer you, some people might not be polite. You are not even sure where you can go to meet your target audience. So all that has been eliminated with the new trends in marketing. And this technique is also more affordable. You don't need to print papers and go on the street and be nice. It's just cheaper to send emails. It's free. You already have the internet, and it takes less time for people to get back to you. People are more willing to participate. So this is how the new techniques will affect my MRP proposal. So what are the challenges in the market research industry for my MRP? So based on the research performed on the grid, the most challenge is the methodology. So it's true that social media is really helpful, really convenient, really accessible, but sometimes the data that we might collect from there is chunky. It might not be accurate for the specific problem you're targeting, and the response rate might be low, and some people might be afraid that maybe opening your email might cause privacy issues. The second challenge is the outcomes. So when you send an email or you reach out to people through technology, they don't necessarily have a timeline to get back to you. They don't have any actionable insights. They are not sure. You are not sure if by the time they receive the feedback, the data will still have value if it kept its integrity. And finally, there's the technology might be confusing. There's a lot of ways. So at the end of the day, the client might be confused. And if as a marketer you don't know what to use, you might also be confused. And even if you get the right data, you might not have the right responses. How can we transform those challenges into opportunities? We can use technology to streamline the whole process of the challenges we face. So for the methodology, let's have a unique platform that we know this technology will be used to have this data. um, the outcomes also, when we're sending out the emails or messages, we should give a time frame or explain the client what we will do with the feedback they provide, and how a time response will actually help in better results and the data to keep its integrity. So we have to educate the customers too. um, we also have to make sure that we effectively implement the use of the big data and efficiently use AI to help us produce more accurate results in a shorter time with the data we have. And finally, again, we have to set objectives and targets to be achieved when conducting a market research. What are we trying to achieve? What are our objectives? What problem are we trying to solve? What recommendations will we make? All these helps in producing a more accurate market research uh, technique. So the most valuable lesson I learned for my MRP is that it will be better for me to understand how I can use technology throughout my MRP. So the problem I'm working on is how to enhance the customer experience when they are shopping online. So again, I'm talking about online. So it means technology is a big part of what I'm doing. Hence, how can I streamline technology by giving again appropriate timeline, making sure by increasing the sample size to make sure I have a higher response rate to have a more accurate solution. Um, how will I make sure to entice the clients to get back to reply to my emails or to my SMS within a brief period of time? All the opportunities that the challenges transfer into opportunities, I see myself adapting that into my MRP to produce even more accurate results. So that's my presentation for today. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them below, and I'll be more than happy to answer. Thank you.